Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm here to do Roxy's weekly challenge, and this is the one from last week, this past week. So like the first week in March. So I have several things here and to my side that I'll be using for that challenge, but I wanted to show you this real quick first. These are from my last video where I didn't get to finish them, and I said I would come back and show you what I did after I glued the pieces down. So this was the pocket I worked on at the end after I opened Simply Serena's goodies, and we decorated this pocket together. So here's how it turned out, all glued down. It's a little pocket here, and then decorated with these 4 bits. That's the lace, and so this is all pieces all of these pieces came in that little bundle from Simply Serena or Sincerely Serena, and so that's the pocket. And then here's the envelope. See, it's one of these envelopes where you know, it winds around and it goes like this. Sorry, I had it upside down. And yeah, here's the flap. But we glued this. I said I was going to glue this little tag down here. And then I did tie the little bronze key onto the tag before I glued it down with this twine that was wrapped around the whole package before I unwrapped it. That's the little twine. It's a thin twine, so it was really neat to use as, you know, on here. And then this is the Tim Holtz flower. And so like this piece, this is a Tim Holtz piece too, but I just cut a little piece off of there to use as a decoration. This one, what I did was, let me pick up something here to stick in here. But I made it into a pocket too on the front of this journal, so that I can, when I use this in a journal, I can stick something in here, a little tag or journaling card or something, and then I can also put something in the envelope. So that was super fun to finish those off, and I wanted to show you because I said I would. And then so today I'm doing Roxy's weekly challenge, which she was collaging on book pages. So what I have here, I'm going to collage on some envelopes instead of book pages. These are coffee dyed envelopes. I have quite a few different sizes here, as you can see, but I thought that would be fun. So what I have here, I have Sincerely Serena stuff right here to my side. I left it here so I could use it. I have my Your Creative Studio stuff over here beside me, and I have these bits right here in papers. These are digital prints that I printed out these are free. So I got all of these from my different Facebook groups, and I went through and picked out some and printed some. So these are, you can get digital prints for free, in case you didn't know. If you're a member of a Facebook group, the ones that design digital kits, they a lot of times will have free goodies for you, free prints for you, and they'll share them with you. And all you have to do is, you know, download them and print them out. So, and then some of these, I think these are all from digital prints. Free digital prints. I did print some things out. Let me show you real quick. I'm not using them. Let me grab them over here just a second because they're so cool. I want to show you. I live in the country. If you hear noises outside, that's what's happening. There's certain noises that you hear out in the country that you might not hear in a city, so don't worry. It's just outside country noises. But these are pictures I got from free public domain, free, you know, like copyright, uncopyrighted now. They're out of copyright, so there's no copyright, public domain. So I wanted some pictures of like vintage photos recently, so I printed this one in a couple different sizes, and I printed them on file folder. So I'll go back and kind of like distress the edges on the front and back, but I wanted them to look like a photo, so they came out really nice on file folder, just in case you've never printed on like manila file folder. This is how they came out. This is that same one in a smaller. Now this one is on some resume paper. It's this color right here, resume paper. So these bits right here are on resume paper, then some more on the file folder. This is another photo that is on the file folder. So yeah, that's all I have here, a couple different ones. I have some more, but I don't have them right here, so I won't show you those today because I want to get crafting with this project, Roxy's weekly challenge. So let's pick out a couple envelopes, this one and this one. So you might be saying, well, they're so big, Sherry. Are you going to be able to fit those into a journal? And my answer is, well, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. My plan, I have a plan. So I'm going to cut this up into, like if you have these size envelopes and you don't know what to do with them, okay, here's my flap. Let's decide how small. So I could cut it in half. I could cut it into thirds. I think I'm going to try, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to collage it first. We're going to collage it first and then cut it up. That would be the smart thing to do, right? So let's see, what shall I use first? Let's see, I've got the flowers here. I kind of want to use some of this pretty, like, I want to use everything, right? Okay, so like this is already collaged for me. So if I want a real simple kind of like boom and I'm done type of thing, I can just put this already collaged piece on here and be done, which I think I might do on this one, just to get more than one thing done, because it does take time to craft, right? A little bit, even if it's a simple thing, you want it to come out right. So this one we'll do one piece. How about that? We'll do one piece and we'll have a collage look with this already collaged page. And then we'll do another one where we actually put pieces together, because this one will be pretty quick. I'm just measuring by folding here to see the size of my envelope, and then I'm going to tear it with my ruler here. Just trying to get it straight. That's a more country night. Somebody's target practicing outside, not even on my property. That's just how it is in the country. They, especially on the weekends, people are off work and they like to shoot their guns. So if you never lived in the country, it's a little unnerving for me, and I've lived here for a while, so. But I'm a little bit used to it, so I know, it's fine. But if you're not used to it and you live in the city, then you probably would think, what is happening out there? But it's country noises. That's how it is. They're not hunting right now, and it's not on my property. It's one of the neighbors are target practicing, and they have very loud guns out here. So that's North Carolina for you. It's that way in any country town, I guess, in any part of the United States, I'm sure. And it's a nice day today too. It's got pretty warm. It's probably mid-50s at least, and so people are wanting to get outside. So that's one thing they do outside. So anyway, let's talk about crafting. So we're going to use some art glitter glue here on this. I'm just using art glitter glue on everything lately. I just want to make sure it stays down. So either art glitter glue or Fabri-Tac, and since art glitter glue is going to give me a flatter, I feel like it's going to give me a flatter, since I'm putting it all over this, it's going to give me a flatter surface than maybe Fabri-Tac might. I don't know, I might be wrong about that, but I just feel like that, I feel like that is my experience. So that's what I'm going with here. And so it sticks down, and I feel like it's going to give me a flatter surface underneath my paper. I hope that makes sense. So there we go. I want to make sure it's upright. Yeah, it looks like there's some like script behind here. It looks like it's upright. There's a little like almost like a postmark or some script over here. So it looks like it's all upright. See, there's my flap. You always want to check if you care about things being upright. You always want to check and make sure, so you're not doing your design upside down. Not that you can't fix that with some layering. So everybody's done it, Okay, so I think that is all down. I just want to make sure. Is it going? Nope. Well, trying to see if it's going over the top. No, that's my envelope. Okay, so that is good. So do I want to leave it like that now that I have it down? Let me see. I want to make sure if, do I want to put anything else on here? So something else I cut out last night was, from the free digitals. I got these words from someone on Facebook, and I got these from several different places, so I'm not gonna, I can't tell you where I got them because I don't remember right now, but and I printed them out probably a couple weeks ago too, so that doesn't, you know, help me any that I, you know, don't remember where I got them because I printed them a couple weeks ago. But this looks nice here. I like that. It says "Let It Be." So here's all the words that I cut out, and they're nice, kind of vintagey looking words here. We might use some of those. And then I want to get at least one more done during this video where we use more pieces to actually collage. So let's see. This is kind of generic here. Trying to see if we want to collage on our collage, right? No. Let's see, anything else here? Oh, here's a pretty picture. That would be neat to put possibly somewhere, but nope, I don't like that. Here's another flower on a flower. You know, I could do it opposite. This would almost look like a postage stamp here. So I have this washi. Let me see if this would possibly be a possibility. This is this postage, since I just mentioned postage. This is the postage washi I just got in my Sincerely Serena Etsy orders. Let me cut a piece off here, because here's a stamp and a postmark here. This would look cute since this is an envelope. Let's try it. Let's do a little, I could rip this off, but I'm just cutting it right now. And I want to put this right here. Let's see. This is upright, I think. Yeah, there's a tree on there. If I put it the other way around, it would be upside down. So I'm going to put this right here. Little postmark. I think that's pretty. Now, I was going to cut this up, right? So, I don't know. I'm kind of doing it like it's a whole piece. So, I think I'm going to go with that. A whole piece. It's a whole piece. And just keep it, you know, like if I want to put it with a journal, I'll just, you know, and it doesn't fit in the journal, I'll just be like, this is a little bundle, and here's the envelope that goes. I'm putting this envelope with, you know, I can put goodies in here. But isn't that pretty? So this is like where you would put the address label. So I put that little "Let It Be" there. There's a postage mark here. And I don't want to cover up anymore, I don't think. I just love it. I really love this paper, actually. So I'm going to try to figure out where I got this and maybe print out some more, because that is pretty. Okay, so that, I'm going to say that's done. Let's put that over to the side and do another one. But this time, this piece of washi was ripped. So let me see if I can, what I want to do with that. I think I'm going to throw that away. So, okay. I have this big one here. And this one, let's see. I kind of pictured myself doing a big one, but I kind of would like to do a small one. Now here's one. See, it doesn't have a window in it. So once I get this covered up, it will be like you don't even know it was a junk mail envelope. So I want to use some of my other non-printed bits. So let's put all the printed bits to the side and use some other things to collage with. So let's see, I have my ruler here. These are, I kind of want to look at my In Love Arts stuff. Or not In Love Arts, but your Creative Studio. So that is in here. So let's see what I can dig out of here to collage with. I have all the papery bits back here. And this is already coffee dye, so I don't need any coffee dye. Let's see, I have this. And I have this. I wonder if I can see through this, because I don't want to see the junk mail there. So I want to see, can I see through? This is the tissue paper that wrapped the, yeah, you can see through that. Well, I kind of would like to use this. If I collage with, well, let me try this. Collage there. No, it'll cover it up too much. Okay. So let's not use that yet. So let's start tearing. We need to start tearing things. Here's a piece I already cut a piece off of it. Maybe we'll use that first. Here's some other little paper. Coffee dye paper, which I don't need. Okay, there's an envelope there I could do something with. Okay, so what we need is a background. So I don't know. Let me see. Hold on. Let's start with, you know, maybe we do need some coffee dye paper. Hold on. To get us a blank background, I've got this coffee dye paper right here. Even though this is coffee dyed, I don't want the, here it is right here. Okay. So I don't want the address, this junk mail envelope to show. So I need to cover that up. So I'm going to tear this with my ruler. And I'm going to let a little bit of border show on the envelope, but not the junk mail part. So see, this is the flap. So I need this to go right up to the flap there, because there's some lines showing from the postmark. And then we'll layer on top of this, and that will be our collaging. So if you haven't seen Roxy's weekly challenge, anyone can join in anytime. I don't know how long she's doing it. She said in the first one she didn't know how long she was going to do it for. I'm going to cut that off a little bit more even there, because the envelope, you know, I don't want it to go over the side of the envelope. She didn't know if she was going to do it all year. She was just kind of playing it by ear as to how long or how many weeks she does it. But you can join in anytime, and there's not really any rules, and you can just kind of, you know, take her, what I'm doing is just taking her idea and then kind of doing my own spin on it. So now we're going to tear at the bottom. Let's see if we can tear a straight line here. Okay, see, this is not paper I coffee dyed. This was in the Your Creative Studio box, and it's isn't that cool? It's coffee dyed paper, but it's printed, probably printed, you know, from them. They didn't coffee dye it either, and maybe it's a digital print that they did. I don't know, but it's ready to go for me, right? So we get to cover this up. See, and it being that it's a coffee dyed envelope already, then I already have my back part looking pretty, you know, here, so I don't have to worry. I mean, if I could decorate this if I want, or leave it like that. My plan is to leave the back coffee dyed and not cover it up, and then decorate the front. So let me put that in my scraps over here. All right, so now I said I was going to use some other bits and pieces here from this Your Creative Studio box. So I can still see the postmark through there, but I'm covering it up with this. So let me tear, since we've got a little piece gone here, let me just tear this off into a piece that I can just glue down here and cover up, make sure I cover up that postmark, and then we'll go from there and see what happens. I mean, that's how, kind of like how collaging is, right? You just kind of go with it and see what happens, see how it turns out. I can still see that postmark there, so I want to make sure I get that covered up. I don't want to see that. I don't want to know that it was a junk mail envelope. Really? Okay, so this is, let's see if I can find some other bits that go with this. Maybe some other patterns here. We'll just kind of collage our flowered bits here. So I'm going to tear here and go straight down with some kind of just tearing, not even using my ruler. See, this is double-sided, so I can use either side. I'm going to put this one over here. I think I want to cover up that little bit of whiteness, though, with some of my ink, so it kind of doesn't stand out too much. As far as, I might be covering up more later, but right now I don't know, so I'm going to go ahead and ink it. I've really been enjoying Rachel's challenges. because they're different every week, so you never know what you get to do, right? That's the fun part of it. Okay, let's cut this off here. A little bit extra there. Okay, and so we've got 2 pieces. Now I was thinking some of this. This piece is another piece that kind of is perforated. So I need a good, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and tear either with a pair of perforations, or see, that's not the perforation right there, but that's okay. So that's just a plain piece. And that's the coffee dyed piece, but it's a little lighter than this. So I want to go ahead and see, maybe I'll use this piece with the flower, has a piece of a flower on it. So I'll tear this right here and glue this down. I'm going to make sure I get all my edges. I mean, everywhere, but the edges are important, I think, in a collage, to make sure they're all down, you know. Okay, so that gives it a little bit darker tone there. And it didn't go to the edge, but that's okay. And this is a little bit of white here. So I'm going to cover that up with my ink. As far as the edge where I tore, you know. Okay, so what else do we want to do here? I used that stamp on the other one, on the other envelope, which I have right there. So do we want to use some words on this one or something else? Maybe a little label of some kind? Collage a little label on here. I like that, even though we're just covering up what we just put on there. It doesn't matter. That's all relative to collaging. This has white spots on it. I don't know what those are. It's printed like that, so I can cover those up. I don't know what those are. That's weird. It's just part of the print. Like, it wasn't my printer messing up. It's just how it is. Maybe there were holes in the original. Okay, I don't know. I'm not really getting them covered up, but it just looks like an old, it almost makes it look like an old piece of paper. I think I'm going to put that right there. Even though it's going to be 3 layers. That'll actually be 3 layers there. But it just looks like it belongs there. So I'm going to put that right there. All right. But you just kind of, if you've never collaged before, you just kind of have to go with your gut and what looks good to you. You know what I mean? Okay, so that is looking nice. Let's see. You know what? I cut out some flowers. Let's look at, individual flowers. See these right here? I just want to see what one of these would look like. And I might have some Tim Holtz here too. Let me see if I have any of those flowers here. Thought I did. Oh, you know what? I might have left them in the other room. I think I did, because I put them separate so they wouldn't get messed up, because they have like thin stems and things like that. Okay, here's some Tim Holtz. We kind of have enough flowers on here. They're on there though, don't we? Here's some postal pieces, postage, and I don't think I want another flower. Like I said, I don't want another flower. Let's see what else. Oh, here's some stickers, but they're chipboard. I don't know if I want any chipboard right now. Let's see what else. Okay, here's some vellum. And 2 kind of little pieces of vellum here. That would be cool. Could use a piece of this. Maybe that postmark up there. Let's see. I haven't not used vellum a lot, but that could be. Oh, isn't that cute? It always amazes me, the postmarks, the vellum, because it looks like a rubber stamp when you put it down. And I think I used art glitter glue behind one before, and the glue just kind of dries and disappears. The art glitter glue, because it dries clear. I'm almost afraid to put it all over, but I'm going to try it. This is kind of going to be a little experiment here since I'm not used to using vellum. We're going to see how this does. Huh. It actually looks good, even with the art glitter glue. I smeared it all over, like smeared it out with my finger. So it would be like a nice smooth background, and there you go. Isn't that cute? And I hope you can see that okay. That is cool. I like that. Okay, awesome. That worked out well. Okay, let's see. So we have these postage stamps. Ooh, one of those might look cute over here. Let's see, because it's red and it's kind of picking up the red in that. Yeah, I like that. Well, it's on the wrong side, but that's okay. That's all right. I like it. Okay. Do we need anything else on there? We don't really need anything else on there. Let's see if we want anything else on there. Let's see. I think I'm going to call it done unless here's some lace. Here's a flower. I don't want to overdo it, but this flower would look cute on here. Let me see. I'm kind of like just flattening out these flowers. I need to check the time soon, but let me cut this off. I have my wire cutters here left from my last video, so I just left them here in case I needed to do this exact thing right here. I didn't know if I was going to use these flowers, but that would look cute right there, wouldn't it? And when I glue it down, I just kind of am flattening these out so they don't get too bulky in a journal. You know what I mean? They're paper flowers. So I could put it right there. Yeah, I think it would look good there if I want to put it on here. So why not use it? That's what I bought them for. So let's do it. I used the other one on that darker pink one on that envelope. Let me check my time here. Oh yeah, I've got a few minutes left, so let's do this. So we got 2 done. But yeah, Rachel was collaging on book pages, you know, just regular book pages with text, and she had said she was going to see how much she could get done as far as, like, I think she glued or taped or let the collage join together her book pages. So she lined them up, and she just kept collaging as long as, you know, time permitted, and she made quite a long book page collage. So if you haven't seen her video, I will link it below so you can see what my inspiration was and what her original idea was. But this is collaging just on envelopes, and aren't they cute? So here we go. See, it opens in the back, and that's that one. So that was several pieces. What did we use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces on here. So that's a pretty little collaged envelope. And then this one, we just used 1, 2, 3 pieces really. And that is also a pretty envelope. And you don't have to do the back. You can just do the front. Or you can do the back if you want to. So it's all up to you. So I think I'm going to stop it there since I only have a couple more minutes. And so that was fun, right? And now I've got 2 pretty envelopes. And so I want to thank Rachel for the inspiration. And we'll see you all next week on the next Roxy's Weekly Challenge. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you later. Happy crafting.